Hey boys and girls, we're back again. Today we're going to do some language practice, as you can see up here on the board, and we're going to review. First of all, we're going to start out by reviewing nouns. A noun is a person, place, or thing. What is the question that we ask? Who or what? What person? What place? What thing? If I said, Mrs. Doyle, you would say, who? If I said Disney World, you would say, what? If I said the tree out in my backyard, you would say, what? What tree? What place? Who? That is the question that we need to ask when we're looking for the noun. Now I'm going to lay this down and we're going to look at adjectives. Remember that adjectives work with the noun. It describes a noun. It answers the question, what kind, how many? And we'll be doing samples of that today and practice. Now let's look at the verb. A verb shows action. It answers a question, what does it do? Or we call it the doing word, like run, jump, and laugh, and cry, and all those words that show action. And then we have the adjective. We have the adverb. The adverb goes with the verb. It describes a verb. We ask the question, how? And sometimes we see ly, which gives us a clue, but not always, but many times. It is an adverb if it has an ly ending, and we ask the question, how? Now I'm going to lay those down because it doesn't make any sense or have any meaning to you unless you first practice it. Exactly. So up here we have some adverbs and we have some adjectives. I'm going to move us a little closer so that you can see a little better. And we're going to start over here with leaping, giggled, and smile. Now you may not be able to see it, but I put a little V and a V and a V up there because these are verbs. Let's ask the question for a verb. What did he do? What was he doing? Let's say that. What was he doing? He was leaping. That's what he was doing. Now, we want to find an adverb that describes how he was leaping. Was he leaping happily, joyfully, sillily? Oh, I can't say that one. Okay. Leaping well, leaping high, leaping. I'm running out of words. Do you have one? Okay, so you like the word joyfully? Okay, let's write that. Leaping, joy, full. And then we put that ly on. That really helps to make an adverb. Leaping joyfully. Okay. Action verb. How is he leaping? Joyfully. Giggled. Do you have a word? Let's see. Giggled. How? Let's say this was a girl. The girl giggled happily. Okay. Anything else? Giggled sweetly. Giggled. Did I hear somebody say crazily? Well, maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll hold on to that one. Giggled. How about playfully? Let's try that one. Giggled, play, P-L-A-Y. We'll put a full in there. And then we'll add the ly. Giggled playfully. Next word, smiled. That one could be happily or even sweetly. I could see one of you girls smiling sweetly, although I have seen some boys smile pretty sweetly too. Let's go with sweetly. I like that one. Sweet. And add an ly. All of these adverbs end in ly. Do they always end in ly? No, they don't. Not always. We're going to go over here to cupcakes, friend, and crayon. These are something. These are things. They're not people. Well, maybe friend. Friend could be a person, people. They're not verbs though, like these show action. Do these words show action? No. Do you agree they're nouns? Right, because that cupcake looks like something I could pick up and eat. And a friend is someone that you do things with, you're together. And a crayon, well, of course you color with a crayon. So they are things, and that means they're nouns. What describes a noun? An adverb or an adjective? I hope you said that. An adjective describes a noun. Okay, we need to choose some words. What does an adjective ask? Sometimes it asks, what kind? Sometimes it says, how many? So we can ask either one. We could say, how many cupcakes? And we could say 3. We could say, what kind of cupcake? And we could say, chocolate, because I've been wanting some chocolate for about 2 weeks, and I need to make me some chocolate cupcakes, maybe some chocolate brownies. All right, back to work. Cupcakes, what kind of cupcakes? What shall we call them? Shall I go ahead and put chocolate? No, let's put some other kind. Vanilla? Okay, and pink frosting? You're all probably saying, no, we want chocolate. Well, for now, we'll say that. Friend. What kind of friend? Best friend? I like that one too, best friend. It's always nice to have a best friend. But we can have other friends too. It's nice to have a close friend, isn't it? Someone we can talk to and spend time with and feel comfortable with. Crayon. Well, we can choose all kinds of colors, and that would be what kind? Okay. How many? We could say 5 crayons or 8 crayons in the crayon box. Let's do that one instead of what kind, okay? Let's put 8. E-I-G-H-T. We don't spell it A-T-E. That's when we eat, right? So 8, remember the rule, the E-I-G-H? Phonics. Okay, good. We have kittens, mom, singing, word. What are these? Well, look at this. These two look the same, and these two look the same. But do they look like those? And do these look like those? They're not. They're not the same. Some of them are nouns, some of them are verbs. They mixed them up. Did you see that? You have to be watching all the time. Okay, so these two are nouns because person, place, or thing, right? Mom is a person. Kittens are something. let's go down here. Singing, working. Those look like verbs to me. What are they doing? They're singing. What are they doing? They're working. Okay, worked. You can still use the W-O-R-K and the S-I-N-G. Those are definitely verbs. So now we need to modify, or we need to describe. Do we use an adverb? Do we use an adjective? Well, let's see. Nouns get adjectives. Verbs get adverbs. This one helps because verb is in the word. So let's do the two nouns. And we're going to do an adjective. So that means what kind or how many. All right. What kind of kittens? Oh, somebody said 3. That would work. Somebody said gray, gave a color. Calico. I love calico kittens. We can think of a lot of words for this. You know, I'm going to leave this one blank. And I'm going to let you write in whatever word you want to. Look at mom. What kind of word can we use to describe mom? Do you have a pretty mom? Do you have a nice mom? Is she a good mom? Oh my, we have a lot of words that we can say about our moms. You can fill that one in too by yourself. Singing. Okay, now we have to think adverb. Adverbs do what? Well, how did they sing? Okay. Singing how? Oh, I heard somebody say loudly. That word comes up a lot. Singing, oh, sweetly. You could put that in there too. Singing confidently. Can't think of any more? Well, I'm going to let you think for it a little while longer. Put in an adverb that will describe singing, how they sing. Now let's go to worked. Let's say, how did he work? He worked well, okay, and there's no ly, but that would work. He worked quietly, he worked slowly, he worked quickly, he worked diligently. Oh my, I'm thinking of lots and lots of words. Are you thinking of any of these? He worked even quietly at his seat. This is on your lesson 147 on your language page. And it's at the very top. So you should do quite well on that. Now, if you have some questions about it, I hope that by doing some of these that helped you to answer I helped you to answer some of those questions. I'm going to say the dictation right now. If you have your paper, great. If you don't, you can replay the video and listen to the dictation. I did write it on Schoology for your parents, so if they've already given you the the dictation, not a test, you will be able to do it with them then. And I'm going to say it anyway, all right? And if you're there and you're ready to go, listen, and I'll say the sentence. I saw a mule on the trail. Sounds like we're back up in the mountains again, those national parks. I saw a mule on the trail. Don't forget, you have to do something at the beginning of your sentence, and there's something else at the end. Try to sound your words out so that you can spell them correctly. I'm going to say it one more time. I saw a mule on the trail. Next sentence, we hiked a mile. Hiked is a verb and it's past tense. We hiked a mile. Did you use your punctuation? Did you look carefully to see if there was anything you needed to capitalize? Okay, let's move on. I want to talk to you about verbs that are past tense. Do you remember what past tense means? It means that it already happened. Okay, so trust would be now. But if I put an ed to make it past tense, then it would be trusted. And I'm going to do that and help you get started on this. We haven't done this in a long time. And this is a good review. Quack. I heard you say it. Quacked. Now, listen to the sound of the ed. Quack, quacked. I'm hearing a T sound, but there's not a T there. Sometimes when we say a word and we make it past tense with ed, the ed sometimes takes on a T sound. We have to remember that. Listen to this one. Bless, blessed, blessed. Another one that makes a T sound, but it's not a T sound. It's ed. So, whenever you hear a word that is said in past tense, it has a T sound, and I should say a verb, and it has a T sound at the end, past tense. It's not a T, it's ed. You need to think about that one. Okay, now we're going to go down here, and here's the word. Let's check and see I have this right. Yes, we have the word pat. Now, can we just add ed to that? Let's do that, see what happens. What's happening here with the E and the A? Does this look familiar? I thought the word was pat. Now we have pated. Pated? What happened? The E made the A say its long sound. Oh no, now what are we gonna do? Do you remember? There is something we can do. Did you forget? Well, that's why I'm here. Before we add the ed, we need to double the consonant. Ah, some of you remember now. I hear you. P-A-T-T. Then we can add ed, patted. All of these words are going to be like that. Okay, so we have the word plan. If we just added ed, we would have the same problem. Make a little A so I can erase that. What would happen is you would have to do that and that. And then it would be planed. But you don't want planed, you want planned. So what do we have to do? Double the consonant. So we put another N in there, and that will help to keep the A saying its sharp vowel sound. Planned, patted. So what do we do here? We make two T's? Yes, spotted. S-P-O-T-T-E-D. If it changes the sound of your word, then you know that you need to double the consonant so that the vowel will say the sound, the short sound that it was intended to say. We haven't talked about that in a while. It's a good thing it was in here. Good review. It will help you. Maybe, hopefully for next year, some of these things will come back to you since we did a reminder and a review. Bake, hike, pile. Now, what happens when we add ed? Well, there's already an E there. And if we add ed, it's going to look like this. That's not going to work. So what do we need to do? Well, technically, we're supposed to drop that E and add ed. But since the E is already there, it would be simpler to just add the D. Don't you think? Okay, so baked, and add the D, and then you have baked. Now, are you understanding what I'm saying? In reality, we're supposed to erase the E and then add ed. But if the E is already there, is it okay if you put the D and then you're done? It's okay. As long as you know what the rule is. There. That wasn't so hard. Remember to double the consonant. Remember sometimes they have an D or ed ending, but sometimes they have a T sounding ending. Remember there's 3 EDs. Ed in wanted, D in, I forget, D in played, and then T in, I forget that one. Oh no, T in, help me. I can't remember. Uh-oh, I need to go back and study my phonics. Okay, right now we need to talk about catch and caught. Sometimes when you are using verbs and changing them to the present, to the past tense, the whole word changes. So you have to memorize these. I catch the ball, I caught the ball. These are verbs. All of these are verbs. Catch, happening right now. Caught, it already happened. Began, present. Began, you already began, okay, or you already did what you were doing. Present, past tense. Drink, happening right now, present tense. And drank, it already happened, past tense. So sometimes we have words that completely change. Catch, caught, begin, began, drink, drank, and there are some more on your paper today. All right, let's go back and review again. Trusted, and wanted, oh no. Quacked, you hear that T sound? Blessed. Patted, patted, double the consonant. Planned, double the consonant. Why? Because you don't want your vowel changing to a long vowel sound. And spotted, double your consonant. Baked, hiked, piled. Don't put two E's in there. You only need one. And then add your D. Be sure and look over your paper and see if you did it right. If you were maybe having problems working on it before, be sure to correct your mistakes. That's one way that we can learn as well. All right. Let's move this. And let's do a few sentences trying to find all the parts of speech that we know. A noun, a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. Those four. Did you know there are 8 parts of speech? So you have 4 more to learn, but not this year. So we're okay with the 4. Thomas writes neatly. Now we can find the verb first, or we can find the noun first, which is the subject in this sentence. Do you know what the noun is? It answers the question, who or what? All right, look at Thomas. Who? Who? Thomas. Okay, so is Thomas the noun? Yes. Do we underline it one time? Yes. Thomas is not only the noun, but it's also called the subject. So sometimes I say subject noun. But there are other nouns in sentences that are not the subject. But now it is. All right, ask the question, what did Thomas do, so we can find the verb. What did Thomas do? Writes. Right. Underline it how many times? Twice. What are we going to do with this word? I see an ly. Do you see it? Do you remember which one has the ly? Is it the adverb or the adjective? It's the adverb. Okay, now let's see if it really is an adverb, because the adverb goes with the, not the noun, the verb. Adverb, verb. So this is an adverb. It goes with writes. What's the question we need to ask? The question we need to ask is how? How does he write? Neatly. Does it answer the question how? It does. Is neatly an adverb? Yes. Okay, circle neatly. And then I told you to do something else last time. Draw an arrow to the word it describes. Writes. Writes neatly. Now, in your book, it has the word diligently before the subject, which we haven't done before. In fact, I'm still trying to figure out why they wanted to do that when you're only in 2nd grade, but I'm here to help, okay? Eli practiced the piano really is the main part of the sentence. And that's why they have that comma there, because this word really could be somewhere else in the subject. But they put it there, and it's okay. It's just a little more difficult for you to figure it out. But I know you're smart. I know you can do it. So we're going to look for the noun. And the noun is the person, right? Okay. Is piano something? Is piano a noun? Well, it is. But is it the subject of the sentence? Well, let's find out. Eli, if Eli's the subject, then the verb will agree with the name Eli. So let's say Eli is the subject, and we need to find the verb, because you can't have a subject or a noun without a verb. You have to have the two, or it isn't a sentence at all. It'll just be a phrase. What did Eli do? Practiced. This has to be the verb. Okay. And does practice go with Eli? Yes. What did Eli do? Did the piano practice? No. Even though piano is a noun, I'm going to put an N over it, okay? Piano's a noun, but it isn't the piano that practiced. Eli is the person who practiced. Now we still have to find out about this word. Do you see something I see? Something in the spelling, something in the word. Diligently. Ah, I think you see it too. What is this? Oh, it's an ly ending. Adverbs have ly ending. Is this an adverb? Way over here at the beginning of the sentence? Well, adverbs describe nouns. No. Verbs. So let's go look. This is the noun, this is the verb. Does this word describe that word? Practice diligently. It tells how Eli practiced. This is an adverb at the very beginning of the sentence. We've never had anything like that before. So we are going to put ADV for adverb. And we are going to circle it, and then we're going to draw an arrow over to practice, because diligently modifies or describes practice. And the piano is just part of the sentence, a noun, another noun, part of the sentence, and later on you'll be talking about what place it has in the sentence, much later on. Lucy swiftly walked to the office. Is she in trouble? You mean the school office? Swiftly. Isn't that fast? Oh, maybe she was not in trouble. Maybe she did something special and they had something special for her. Oh, I like that one, don't you? Me too. Okay. Lucy swiftly walked to the office. Subject? Verb? Well, I see walked. Is it okay for me to find the verb twice? I mean twice. First, underline twice. Yes, sometimes you find the verb before you find the subject. Then you can ask, who walked? Did the office walk? No. Lucy walked. So we know Lucy's the subject verb. That's, what's the matter with me? Okay, subject noun. Here we go. I'm going to make it. It's going to be okay. Now we have this word, it has an ly. How did Lucy walk? She walked swiftly. This is the adverb. Circle it. Draw a noun to walk. Phew! And this is a noun. I'm going to put an N for noun. Just another noun in the sentence. I made it. Did you make it? I'm going to show you one more sentence. And it'll be time to go. You see that? The beautiful eagle flew high in the sky. What is the subject? That's right. The subject is eagle, not the sky, because the sky did not fly high, which leads us to the verb. What did the eagle do? The eagle flew. Are there any adjectives? Adjectives go with the noun, eagle. Did you say beautiful? That is right. So we're going to circle beautiful and draw an arrow like that. Look at flew. That's the verb. How did the eagle fly? He flew high. Yes. Is high an adverb? Yes. High in the sky. Is sky a noun? It is something, but the sky didn't fly, so we know it's not the subject. Usually the subject is at the beginning of the word. Not always, but most of the time. So we'll just put an N over sky, meaning it's another noun in the sentence. Look good? Do you think you're beginning to understand all of this? It's quite a bit to learn in second grade. I'll be really proud to know if you remember this next year. Or maybe with a little refreshing of your memory, it'll come back to you quickly since you've had a little bit of practice. Well, it's time to go. This is for Monday, and it's lesson 147. And I hope that it will help you to get through the lesson without having a lot of difficulty. I'll see you again soon. I have to find where it is to press the button. There it is. Come back. Bye.